What up, world? It's your boy Jaystar back again, man. Woo, what a week, man. What a week. This one right here. I mean, did I not say it? I feel like I called this like so early though. I said it that man, we was gonna have an explosion week, man. Like I said it last week and we posted 255. And this week I was like 280. 280, man. I felt it coming, man. Like that basketball, Draftkings score. And look at this. 272 wins $1 million. Man, my God, y'all. Like I knew it was coming, man. I knew it was about to be some crazy explosion because last week, the week before this week, we had a lot of like what I want to say, like not the best, not the top fives, enough of the top five talent and fantasy points players was playing last week. And we still had multiple 30s, like in every spot. It was like almost 30s everywhere. And the only thing is, we just, since it wasn't none of the top fives, I want to say in each position was in there, except for like Devontae Adams was like the biggest play, I feel like, last week. But this week, having these top five, fantasy players like Tyreek Hill and Waddle, I knew and then even at running backs was crazy. We had a lot of big running backs that, I mean, not even on this is crazy. Didn't even make this lineup here, but we had a lot of those ones that can get you 40s and 50 fantasy points. You know what I'm saying? So I knew we was going to have, and it was just in great spots too. That was another thing, being in great spots too. But I just knew we was looking at a 280 or something to try to win it all, man. And man, this was a hard week. I ain't gonna lie, it was a hard week because I'm sure a lot of y'all already got some comments already. But had them duds, man, like them crazy duds with, I want to say, who was it? Van Jefferson. Even like a Mostert, if you took him, that was bad. Um, Man, I'm trying to think of the other people that I know that didn't come through. Oh, Robbie Anderson didn't come through. It was a lot of like zeros too. It was so crazy. Like people, I know the Chris Merrick tight end only had like 2 or something points, and ended up being the Hudson one that was 2,500, had like 8. I think he ended up posting at the end, garbage time. It was just crazy, man. Just crazy duds though to just be taken in your lineup, and you could not miss. You could not miss this week. And I knew it was gonna be something like that, but. We're gonna get through this lineup though right here, and just before we get to the first look of the week 9 slate. So right here, man, perfect lineup, man. All-star Harry here wins it all. This Great Poupon dude though, man, this dude placed first, second, and third in the $3. So it's crazy that he placed second, third, and fourth. I can't believe somebody actually beat him because 268.98, like he had these same 3 lineups in the $3. So won 100,000 with like 50,000 or something like that, and I think it was 30K. I believe he went in the $3, something like that in that order. But here I think he hit 150. I think it's 75 and 50,000 here too. So I mean, this dude's still great cash big time. But we're gonna look at the millionaire winner though right here, man. Tua stack was the best stack. I talked about that in my my, what I want to say, the full strategy show. Talked about that, being one of the best stacks. Talked about Tua being the best play. I said that game, man. I just kept telling y'all that game, man, and it was crazy fantasy points in this game. Just godly, man. It was so great knowing that Tua's stack was gonna hit. I love how the whole offensive scheme is just funneled to like 2 weapons that are just so explosive, man. Like, and it helped so much knowing that, and it came through. The Pollard play, big Pollard play here came through. Just a nice one off there with Pollard. 50% ownership too, and it didn't even matter, and look at this stack here being so heavily on 21, 28, 23. Didn't matter. You had to have them, Kamara, man, 12% on. I wish I got that news so late, man. The slate had already started, and I didn't even know Ingram was out. Like, I wish I would have saw that because being that he was up for trade and stuff like that, I know they would have wanted to show off Kamara as this great weapon and everything in this game right here, just in case they do trade him for a first round pick. Now it's like, yeah, guaranteed. Now you better give us a first round pick, So I'm mad that I missed this play here. But Kamara there, and then Garrett Wilson, I mean, very low ownership there. I mean, I didn't know for sure, some Garrett Wilson play was going to come through, but he definitely outplayed the 0 points that Robbie put up at 44,000, So Tyler Conklin was a good play. I talked about him on my tight end, top 5 tight ends. Or I believe I did. I don't remember. I gotta go back and check that again. But I know New England does give up tight ends, so I can't remember if it was there I talked about on the strategy show. But then DJ Moore was the number 1 on my top 5, man, and he came through with that huge 60-something yards touchdown at the end of the game, man. That was crazy. But he hit, just like I said. He was first on the list in my wide receivers. I believe Tyreek and Waddle basically both was in there too. I'm telling you, that top 5 wide receiver hit, man. That hit. The Pollard was in, I believe, the top 5 running backs, man. So if y'all ain't watching those videos, man, y'all missing out, because I'm telling y'all players that's supposed to hit, and they coming through, y'all. Like, so make sure y'all be taking notes on those top 5 position videos, man. They really do come through to help your lineups out. At Saints defense, man, I should have thought about the Saints defense more. I was picking the Rams defense, taking a chance that Garoppolo was going to make some mistakes at 2,700, and I messed up on that one. But also, I kind of wanted to have a defense late to start up, with 10 points at least too. But yeah, they didn't come through. The Saints actually, this should have been easy for me to know, because of the fact that even with Lattimore being out, my thing is, Carr only, like I told you, Carr has a 2 touchdown curse. Even if he threw 2 touchdowns, I feel like, the Saints still would have had a decent amount of points. But the 4 sacks, 1 interceptions, I mean, Carr just had a horrible game. And then just the zero points, they never left their 10 points, like they shut them out. I should have kind of expected that though. Like, they doubled Devontae the whole game. He was not able to get open. I believe Devontae posted like a 1 point, which was also another big dud that I had, taking a shot at him against no Lattimore being there, and he put up like 1 or 2 points. So that was a huge dud. But it was even lineups, where I already had Tyreek Hill, so that's why I was like, I couldn't complain about that. I still just took a shot at him, but I knew I should have just only had Tyreek Hill, in every lineup that I might have had Devontae in, and could have had 34 points there. But yeah, this was just a great lineup, man. He edged out the Great Poupon, dude. I can't believe it, man, that somebody really beat him 4 points more than him too, and I think it was because of the defense. Yeah, defensive play. I knew the defense probably really did it here, because he has the same stacks here, different running back here, but they're running back the same here. Like, everything is the same except for the fact that I wonder if he had the money to pay for the Saints defense, because wow, he would have posted like a 280, almost a 280. So exactly what I said was gonna win it. But yeah, so we're gonna get into the full slate here, man. Let's see what we got here. Gotta go here. Where are we at? Why am I not able to find the millionaire right here? Okay, I'm tripping, y'all. Sorry for that. So we getting into the full slate here. We got the Chargers in Atlanta to start it off. Man, this is gonna be a crazy game, I think, here, because nobody's able to stop Mariota. Like, his running ability and everything like that has helped him a lot. He's posting 24 points there. His rushing ability, and being that the Chargers give up big runs, I don't know if it's gonna come from the running back, but it definitely could come from Mariota, man. If he take off, he could be gone, man, for a touchdown, like a 50-yard rush touchdown in this game, because we already know we pick on the Chargers with the running backs because they give up big runs every time. So if it isn't going to come from the running back here, and then they got Mariota is a running back in himself, man, and his speed is crazy. Like, I can see a 50-yard rush touchdown in this game, and I can see him getting to 20 points fantasy just because of that reason like that, and him also being able to maybe throw the pits like he did the last game and get a touchdown there too. So I definitely think he would be in play for like a nice 20-something point game there. On the other side, Herbert is definitely huge in play. If he's going to continue to throw to Eckler, and Eckler's going to be crazy in play for this game. I expect even though Keenan Allen could be back, I still expect his targets to stay up, just because Mike Williams is gone, and like, he's got to replace now Mike Williams instead of replacing Keenan Allen. So it's really funny. Like, as soon as he thought he was about to get some help, it's like Mike Williams goes down, and he still has to, take on a big load of, targets and things like that and attempts. So definitely think Eckler is going to be in play. If Keenan Allen is a go, and fully healthy and ready to go full speed, definitely he's going to be in play, for a big game, if he can just stay healthy the whole game and, not pull a hamstring, because I feel like his target should be at like 10 targets for this game. So 6,500 should be great. If Palmer Carter, all of them, if they're able to go too as well, they're going to be in play. At tight end, it's Pitts and Everett. Both are in play, there. And I'm going to keep it moving, though, from there. We got Miami and Chicago here. Oh, my bad, though. I meant to say, though, too. Let me push this back. The running backs here, it's going to be hard just because I keep seeing that Huntley dude, he's breaking the bigger runs, I believe, like 30, 22, right? And then Algier here, let's see, 13, 17. Yeah, like the other running backs breaking the bigger runs. The only thing is the last game they shared like almost the same attempts, like 14 here, but he caught his touchdown here. That's why he still got to 17. And let me see right here, like 16 attempts here, like 16 here. Like that's the only thing. It's going to be hard to pick the right running back here. Like I said, I believe it's Mariota. It's going to probably break the big one, but this could be, I don't know. This guy keeps breaking big ones here with Huntley, so I don't know who's going to get it because it's really hard, man. It's really hard to tell. They're both equally, getting the amount of touches, so that's going to be hard there. In this Chicago-Miami game, it's saying it's going to rain. I got to check back with that, come like Friday and getting closer to the Sunday. But Tua, it's always going to be in play with the explosive ability that he has at receiver, man. Like, they can get it done in just so little amount of catches. Like, even though, it's 12 here, but 13, 7, 14. I mean, 12 again. He's just getting so many targets. It really doesn't matter. He's going to get this many targets. And Tyreek is just watching the way he playing, man, right now. Like, nobody can stop him, man. Nobody can stop him. Like, there's nobody that can stick to him out on the field. I don't care how great of a cornerback you are. Nobody has the speed that he has. And then it's like if you are somehow on him, Waddle's gonna be wide open. Watching that Detroit game was just crazy. Like when they decide to speed up their pace, because it's so funny that they're a slow paced team, but if they need to speed up, they can speed up at any time and it's over. Like that's how I feel. Like when they start to speed up, it's over. But so as long as these two is healthy and they're out there, man, I don't like they're gonna be a goal, man, every week to me. But Mostert is supposed to be in play if he doesn't get hurt. Like he kind of looked like he got banged up in the Detroit game and it took him out for a minute of the game and Edmonds was in and things like that and he got like 4 rush attempts. But we have to see if he comes up questionable and if he's still gonna be okay and fully go because he's definitely in play here. On the other side, Fields is actually in play in this game because of Miami is just so bad against quarterbacks and stuff. And the way he's been playing the last 2 games is actually surprising to me. But it's just the fact that he just accepted that he's going to rush the ball, and get a touchdown now. These last 2 games, like bang bang, you see like. And getting near, 6 to almost 10 fantasy points just rushing the ball. So that's going to be crazy, man. Like he's at home. I expect him. I mean, it's his first game back home since he's been playing good. So I wonder if he's going to stay on that track to still be killing like this. Through 2 touchdowns. That's really surprising since he's barely even throwing the ball. But it's great to see that he threw 2 touchdowns. I saw N'Keal Harry got in there. And I don't know the other one. I forgot who else got in there for him. But I do know N'Keal Harry did catch one of those touchdowns. It's hard to take, his receivers. Montgomery, it's all right, but it's just the only thing that scares me about Montgomery is his quarterback is taking some of his attempts, and rushing a lot of his attempts, really, and getting more yards, too. So at receiver, it's hard to take any receiver. Komet could be in play, though, here, though, for him because they are bad at tight ends if he can just get more targets, I would say. So then we're going to keep it moving here. We got Carolina and Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow, without Chase and everything, should still be able to get it done here against Carolina, even though they're a pretty tough defense, I would say. But you are going to need to try to establish the run here. So if they can get the run going and heavily involved, I feel like Mixon should be, even in the pass. So I think that's how he gets there. And gets it done for them here for 6,500. I don't mind taking a shot there at him. I don't really want the running backs. Like I know Foreman killed it the other week, but Cincinnati is actually good against the run. When it comes to their receivers, I just feel like the amount of targets they both can receive, like that can still be in play for them to have a good game. It's really just gonna be about who's gonna get more targets. I feel like for bigger plays out of these two. At tight end. Hurst is still gonna be in play, I guess. 3,600. I don't mind. I feel like he's still if his target is gonna stay at like 8 and stuff like that, then he's gonna be really good. Always still a good play every time since he's always gonna be a part of the offensive scheme. On the other side, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen, here. Like DJ Moore, got to see what happens after the trade deadline. Of course, if he's still there, then he gets all the targets. If not, we did see, who I want to say it was, Terrace Marshall finally get heavily involved. Like, that was good to see. So for 3,900, I don't mind going there. But yeah, that's about it. I don't really think I want PJ Walker in this game. Should be a hard game for him. Then we got Green Bay, man. Aaron Rodgers versus Goff. I told y'all the return of Simba. I told y'all. I know he still got to 21 fantasy points, and I told you return to Simba, man. When he goes back home to his pride, man, at home, man, they score, man. They score. They're a way better team at home at scoring, and the Packers gonna be in for one right here because you got to play Detroit at home at their pride, man. And so Simba's still at home, and you already know what it means. Like they gonna score. I don't know if it's gonna be all passing or if it's gonna be rushing, but they're going to score the ball, and that's going to put pressure on Rodgers to have to figure out how to get this done, to score back against them. It was good to see him score at least 2 touchdowns against one of the toughest defense in the league, man. Like, that was really good, and especially the fact that he did it all his touchdowns came to rookies, just thrown to rookies, man. That was really good. Like, was not Aaron Jones, who everybody probably would have thought it was going to be, or maybe a Tanyan. No, it was 2 rookies. That was really good to see. So this could be, a huge game for Rodgers here. Depending on, what happens at trade deadline too, if they get a receiver, if they don't. But definitely is going to put Aaron Jones is definitely going to be huge in play here. The running backs on here, man, I kind of edged to Jamal Williams just because he somehow, I don't know if Swift is still kind of hurt. And I don't know how much of a full go he is because this 5 attempts is kind of whack. That's pretty trash. Even with the 5 targets. So if Jamal is going to continue to get double digit, attempts, I would rather have him. And over here at receivers, definitely Romeo Dobbs is going to be in play, big in play. I love the confidence they showed, they gave him for that game, 7 targets. He needs to get to double digit targets though, probably in this game to really hit for us. I feel like, I expect him, or he just needs to catch more or something like that. But he has to get to that 100-yard bonus, and he could really come through for 5,300. I feel like they do set him up. I like how they move him around too. So I know Detroit last week, their slot cornerback was out. If that happens again, I would really probably like Dobbs since I saw him more. He's the one that moving into the slot and stuff like that. Also, I knew Torrey was going to probably hit this week. It's crazy that he only even got one reception out of 4. But I really like him, man. It was our 7th round pick receiver in the draft. I've been waiting for him to get a shot out there. I thought he would be the slot receiver for us. But it was good to see him hit on a huge touchdown play, almost a 40-yard bomb. I believe he can do something like that again against Detroit. And maybe even with 4 targets, maybe he catches 3 this time, though. And maybe he gets something short, too, as well. Just to get him going. I actually like this play here at 3,000. I'm trying to think, because Sammy Watkins, he had 1 target. He's just not getting open. And I don't know if he really got it anymore. So I'm kind of worried about that. Like, I feel like going to these young ones, if Lazard is back, he's definitely going to be in play. But I like these young talent because I feel like they want to make plays. They really want to play. They're trying to make it into the league, and become something. So I really like those plays. I feel like on the other side though, St. Brown should be in place, since he should not be lining up with Jair. And then also I would say Raymond, just because of the speed that he has and everything like that. I would say he's in play there. Of course, Hawkinson should be in play. And then Robert Tyen's actually huge in play. I know Detroit gives up the tight end. We already saw who I want to say that scored this week. Jasecki scored this week. So, yeah, Tyen's definitely going to be in play to maybe get a goal line touchdown or something like that. And plus, I like the amount of targets he's been getting lately from 12, 4 to 6. That's good to see that he's a part of the offense. Hopefully, he can get into the goal line, though, so that way he can hit for us there. Got to move on, though, to the next game here. We got Vegas versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. So Trevor Lawrence is going to be huge in play here. We know the Raiders, they give up the quarterback. Carr, once again, like I tell y'all, he's the 2-touchdown curse, man. That's his ceiling, man. 2 touchdowns. So y'all want to roll with him, y'all could take a chance there. I don't know if I will do it. I love both running backs here, though, in this game. Like, literally, both of them. We already saw what Kamara was able to do, and I feel like ETN now getting this type of, oh, my God. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, 24 attempts, man. If we're expecting to see 24 to maybe 5 targets a game, maybe, that, oh my God, what he can do in this game. We already saw what Kamara did. Like I said, Jacobs though, I mean, they was down in this game. Like, of course, they're gonna lead the run, you know. So if they can be competitive in this game, Jacobs is definitely gonna be in play for a big game. Um, so and then definitely Adams is in play. You know, I don't expect him to be shut down like he was in this game here with only 5 targets too. I believe like I feel like all the games where he does do bad like that, they come back and like give him way more targets and probably try to get him going early in this game. So definitely think he's in play. I like Kirk. And also it's good to see though Hollins get the amount of targets I think he had. I think he had like 8. I don't know why I just spin this for so long. Okay, there we go. So he got 8 targets this last game, and I get it because Devontae was doubled and everything, so they was going to him instead. But it was good to see that, 4,500 there. I don't mind that. And if Waller is back, that could help them out a lot. But still, I don't know. Like he just, I don't even know if he's really gonna be back or not though. Evan Ingram's huge in play, y'all. Huge in play. So I love Evan Ingram here in this spot. We're gonna keep it moving here. We got the Colts versus New England. What an ugly game. I don't think I really want anything from this game, y'all. Like it's yeah, I'm just gonna keep it real with y'all. If anything I do want, maybe it'll be Stevenson if he's still getting the bulk load of the carries, yeah. So and still catching, yeah. So it'll be Stevenson here. He's probably the best play here. Jonathan Taylor being hurt and stuff like this, man. I don't know, man. We gotta wait to see in that approach right now. It was good to see, Michael Pittman being one of his main targets for Ellinger to throw to a lot. He definitely, I think everybody got involved, which was really good to see. Yeah, we got 5 targets for Pierce, and Campbell had a big rush. Yeah, I know his big rush attempt here for 28 yards and only 2 targets. But also keep in mind too, because I mean they kept mentioning it, but Granson was Ellinger's high school tight end, so it's really good. He probably has like a chemistry there, so I think that's a good play. And also the other tight ends on the other side is good play here. Like I said, there's nothing else I kind of want in that game. Let's keep it moving. It's a short slate too, y'all. I think it's the shortest slate we had, so just to let y'all know. But we got Josh Allen versus Zach Wilson. This can either be a huge game for Josh Allen or an ugly game, I feel like. Just because it's a rivalry and they're on the road and the Jets defense is actually playing really good. So I feel like looking at how Josh Allen looked, he started off amazing, against the Packers. It felt like he was going to have a huge game, but then it slowed up once the defense started to adjust and defense started making plays. He threw 2 interceptions. I don't know. I just feel like he could be in play for the same type of game that we see right here, where it's 2 touchdowns and throws some picks or something like that. Just because it's a rivalry, the Jets is going to play them so hard, man. Like, I just feel like they're going to play them so tough. The only thing is, of course, we can't count on Zach Wilson. So it can be ugly and tough, and they just pull it out still because, I don't think the Jets is winning this game at all. It's just that I can just see it being a little bit tough defensively wise. I feel like the Jets will try to run the ball. Yeah, we didn't see that many attempts for James Robinson. He just got on this team. Like, how much did he really know of the offensive scheme? But I definitely, after seeing how we ran the ball, the Packers ran the ball against the Buffalo, I expect them to have a lot of plays, dialed up for James Robinson, as well as Michael Carter too, as well, because we ran with both our running backs. So I believe they would do the same to try to keep Josh Allen off the field as long as possible, on each drive. So, especially also because I don't think they trust Zach Wilson. He's throwing some crap out there and it's getting picked. I don't know what's wrong with this boy. Like, I don't know why he's throwing just straight interceptions. Like, if he decides to do that, then we're going to be in for a Josh Allen 50-point fantasy point game for real. So, but if he just doesn't do that and they play as safe as what I think, and I kind of think I'm actually fearful if anybody was trying to take Zach Wilson, that he will get benched in this game. I feel like if they're actually competing, but it's Zach Wilson's fault that they're like giving the ball up 3 interceptions worthy, in this game, they're going to go ahead and just bench him and probably put Joe Flacco back in and just have a safe game. And maybe because like if this game they can slow Buffalo down and have like a 10-0 lead or something, is what Buffalo has, and then they might get a field goal or something and be 3-10, then I can see if they threw the ball away though and they go up 17-3, they're going to probably just bench him, and I feel like they will go with Joe Flacco. And receiver wise, I mean, we saw the Packers rookies receivers get down the field. If they take some deep shots, Garrett Wilson seems to be that most safest person to take because he's getting the deep shots and he plays in the slot, so he doesn't have to line up with the best cornerbacks and things like that all the time. Other than that, I don't really see me wanting any receivers there. For that side, I definitely think Conklin is still in play again. I like that he's just a part of their offensive scheme every time, and he's always going to be like the safe bet play for any quarterback that goes out there to play for them. But Diggs, of course, going to be huge in play, man. And like I said, if the Jets don't if they're giving the ball up over and over, then Diggs is going to be crazy in play, as well as Gabe Davis is going to be huge in play too as well. So that would be the two there. I don't think it's anything. I don't want the running backs from Buffalo, because Josh Allen rushes too much. And Minnesota, Washington, the return of Kirk Cousins to Washington. This is a revenge game for him. They never wanted to pay him. They kept franchise and tagging him. I believe he got franchise tagged like 2 to 3 times, something like that, before he left to Minnesota. So we know he's going to try to have a huge game. Coming off a pretty decent game. I think it's probably one of his best games he's had, period. Of course, it wasn't a good game for Jefferson. I don't really know if they double. I got to go check out the film to see what happened to him, why he gets slowed down like this, because I was kind of shocked that Arizona was able to slow him down the way they did. But it's crazy that Kirk Cousins had one of his best fantasy games without Jefferson going off. But I definitely think Jefferson is in play for a huge game here, just because against 4-3 defenses so far, has been his best game since he played the Packers. Only that one game where he had one good game against a 3-4 defense, but these two right here are 4-3 defense, and he put up 33 and 34. So I just kind of feel like maybe they have what I want to say, like they have it figured out, when they play a 4-3 defense, how we're going to get Jefferson the ball. And they're going against a 4-3 defense that to me is probably not as good as the Saints or Chicago. So I feel like they definitely should be able to get Jefferson back into this 30-something fantasy points. So it could be in for an explosion game for him. Also, with Thielen being questionable too, got to monitor that too, because then that means Jefferson's going to get all the targets more than likely, and maybe some Osborne or something like that. On the other side though, McLaurin has been playing really good. If they can move him around the way I saw them moving around against the Colts, I definitely can see him, having another decent game, and maybe even a better game than even 19. Maybe he gets to the 20s this time. Curtis Samuel's all right. Got to keep eye out for Dotson though, because that could help their offense a lot. I don't know why Logan Thomas. I believe they said he was out there. 56% of the offensive snaps, and just wasn't targeted. That was just really weird to me. I don't know. Maybe it's just quarterback play there when it comes to that. Irv Smith is questionable. I didn't even notice this. Let's see what happened. Week to week. Okay, so he might not be playing. If he doesn't play, then we're gonna have a value in Munt, who scored the touchdown in this game, right there. So. Running backs here, Dalvin Cook has been playing good. This is a pretty good defense, to go against the run, but he's just been playing so good, been very a part of the offensive scheme, like 26 here. You never, like when they get to the goal line, he's gonna be always in play to get that goal line touchdown. So definitely have to say like he's a good, a good play still, even on the road here. But on the other side, these running backs gonna be hard, man. It's gonna be hard to pick because I don't know what their scheme is going to be for each week. It's like they went at the beginning, they was running the ball, so much with Gibson, it felt like, and all these targets he's getting was, so I don't really know what to say there. And then B-Rob, 8 attempts, nothing in the course against the receiving area. But let me see, are Minnesota... No, they're not like horrible against the run either. So yeah, I don't really think the running backs I would be thinking about there. But pass catching wise, I mean Gibson would probably be the better play then. But here we have the last 2 games on the slate, man. The only 2 late games. This is gonna be a crazy week when it comes to that. And I need to go back and look at that lineup because I forgot to go over with y'all like who was the late. How many late plays was in that lineup, but I know it was like 4 games or 5 games, something like that we had late last week, and this is gonna be the first time we have 2, so it's gonna be a different, man, like it's gonna feel weird. I feel like you might be able to just win without even having these 2, like crazy, maybe a defense or something, but let's see. So we got Kyler Murray versus Geno. This should be a great game, man. Like both of these quarterbacks have heated up. Geno, of course, I know even with the 19 and 15, he's still throwing enough to get you a bigger game, like a 24-34 game, really. And if we just saw Kirk Cousins get it done against Arizona, and Kirk Cousins he's not even on fire the way Geno is. And as long as Geno got both of them weapons out there, man, I feel like this could be a huge shootout game. Definitely a big game because of positioning and things like that for this division, because Seattle's sitting on top. So I know Arizona's going to want to win this game on the road. At home. and beat them. Didn't they already play them too? I don't think Hopkins was playing that game. Let me get to more. Did he play that game? And they lost, right? Yeah, they lost. So yeah, they definitely gonna want to win this one because this one could decide, playoff, seeding and everything later down, in the season if they can catch up. But so Kyler Murray, Geno, both are in play to me here. Kenneth Walker, let's see, what did he do last game though? He still had 18 attempts, which is great to see. Like I keep saying, like I wish his targets would be higher because his speed is crazy. It's 4.3740 or something like that. He runs like speed is crazy. I would love to see him catch more and catch like a screenplay or something. The running backs on this side is supposed to be in play, but it's just that man, like I feel like we need Connor back or something to be able to get that going there. But I don't know for sure if he's going to be back, so we got to keep in mind. I mean, keep an eye on that come Friday and things like that because the running back should be in play here, but like they're not really running that much with Benjamin and stuff, so it's hard for him to get the points that you want to see him get. But at receiver, Hopkins huge in play. That's a no brainer. If he's gonna keep getting those amount of targets, he's gonna be huge in play. To have a good game. I don't care how Seattle defense been playing. Like I just don't see how you're gonna stop him. He has the best hands in the league to me. He's my favorite receiver, y'all. So, but like he has the best hands. Like look at this amount of catches. Like he's catching almost like 80% of his targets to 90%. And he's getting 13, 14 targets. You're instantly getting 10 points fantasy then automatically. If he catches a touchdown, you're getting 16 points fantasy automatically. If he's going to get over 100 yards, you're getting 13 more points, which that means you're automatically getting 23 fantasy points without a touchdown. Like this dude is definitely going to be huge in play. Metcalf and Lockett. I would side more with Lockett here, just because like he missed on a big touchdown early in this game, and we probably would have saw a 30-point Lockett last game. Like really, just if he would have hit the first touchdown play and then had that same one that he had late in the game where he caught for 33, that he would have sent them all the way to a 100-yard bonus, and we would have been looking at another 30-point fantasy, and everybody would probably want Lockett. But since he did not hit on that, people probably might sleep on him, and I feel like he's probably a good play here. The tight ends over here is crazy because it sucks for the Seattle side because they're big in play. We're going against like the worst two teams against tight ends. So, but Ertz is, since he keeps being a part of the offensive scheme, consistently a part of it. Definitely, he's going to be in play. Probably one of the best tight ends on the slate or something like that, just because of his consistency being a part of the offensive scheme and everything. And that's about it for that game. Let's move on to the last game of the slate here. We got Brady versus Stafford rematch of what was this, the second round playoff game last year, or yeah, it was second round playoff game. So rematch here just sucks for Stafford because injury to his biggest player. I don't know what's going to happen there. I know Sean McVay is so pissed off at himself for keeping Cooper Kupp in and actually running plays with him when they know they was losing that game. It was over, and he kept him in there and messed up his ankle. So we got to see what's going to happen there because if they don't have Cooper Kupp, I don't know how they get this one done. Even with Brady playing so bad, I feel like Brady comes in and tries to definitely get this huge win for them. I don't really want, either one of the quarterbacks, though, in this game. It just, man, I don't know. Like, maybe Fournette could be in play if they're passing out the backfield to him or something like that. We just saw freaking McCaffrey torch down, but that was McCaffrey. And this team doesn't use their running back as much as, the 49ers are a run team, and of course, they're going to use McCaffrey, So it depends on how much they plan on using Fournette. Over here, I think my favorite play would be like Godwin, just because he keeps continuing to get the targets. We do got to realize he did come back from a huge injury, so it's probably going to take him some time to really get going. He's had a lot of like this 44 right here. He's been having deep, catches and stuff like that where he's taking, these 12 yards for 44, 15 to 28, 10 to 20 and stuff like that. It just that he keeps getting caught, it feels like, and it's like one of these weeks he's probably just not going to get caught and he's going to take it all the way to the touchdown. So, and it could be this week, So 62, I feel like he's a good play. Mike Evans should be on one side of the field. He's going to line up with like Troy Long or something like that, I believe it is. And I know that cornerback is pretty short, so he should still be able to get, he's going to keep getting 11, 15 targets. Definitely going to be played in. Been the most reliable option for Brady anyways. Also his deep play, red zone, everything. So definitely Evans is going to be in play for that. I'm trying to see Julio, man. I don't know what Julio could get hurt first quarter or something and not be playing, so I wouldn't take a shot there at all. I'm trying to think if Cooper Cup ends up being banged up, then definitely I know Van Jefferson didn't hit for us this last week, but I bet he come through this week. As soon as you be pissed off that he got you zero, that's when he hits. That's how it always happens. But I also feel that Higbee is going to be huge in play. They're going to need to lean on Higbee a lot, especially if Cooper Cup is out or even just banged up. They should be trying to go to Higbee a lot because the middle of the field is where you should be attacking the Bucks, which sucks that if Cup is really hurt. Because I know he should have had a huge game in this game, and also as well as Higbee, those should be big in play. So those would be the two. If like I said, if Cooper Cup is able to go, if he's not able to go, Higbee's going to become like one of the best tight ends of this slate. Then I feel like, and I think that's about it, y'all. Because that's it for that. So, man, let me see. I'm trying to think. Let me just go back to this one real quick. I just want to see how many people was late here, and it doesn't look like Texans play late, right? So I mean, and that was not even the first place lineup. The first place lineup was he didn't have nobody late? Wow, that's crazy. He won the slate without even having anything late, y'all. Wow. That is crazy. And it was so many games. We had like 4 games late and he didn't have to have anything. And then here it looks like just got the Texans defense. It was just so many points. Wow, that's crazy, y'all. It's the first slate that we had where it was morning only, and it's kind of funny because we go into the shortest slate where it's only 10 games, and it could possibly be you not need anything from the late, man. Like, let's see though. So how do I want to do this? Trying to think this out because the Raiders are giving up the most fantasy points to quarterback. So if I just go ahead and roll with that. And let's see. So if I go with a Trevor Lawrence stack here, coming off the weakest game he could have had, but I mean that was a tough defense. So before that, Giants defense, and yeah, he was coming off of 220s. Like if he would have had another 20, everybody would probably be one of them. So I'm gonna go with that, and I'm gonna go with ETN because I feel like he might be able to pass catch a touchdown there. And I'll definitely gotta go with the I'm gonna go with a running back and tight end stack, y'all, since I know that the Raiders are bad there. So I'm going to go with the best, basically, QB fantasy point stack here. And then with the running back, I mean, it's not the best running back stack thing or anything like that for fantasy point, but definitely for tight end, it's up there. So now let's see where we want to build this lineup to. Do I want to just knock out a defense? Trying to think, what defense do I want? Just want to put. Do I want to pick a low defense? Do I want to pay up? Because I know it's all the pay up options is in a good spot this week. Like I noticed, like Bills, Patriots, like both playing young quarterbacks there. Bengals could be in a good spot just because of Carolina might not have more by the time this week is over. And let's see, Dolphins, Chicago, no, Packers, Detroit. How many points did they get? They had 6 points against Josh Allen. I know they had 2 picks. I like the Vikings. Just because of the way they've been playing. They've been making plays at the end of the game, and they're getting sacks. And Washington was the most sacked team when Wentz was there. It feels like they kind of not getting as many sacks, holding up the line for some reason against for Heineke, but I still know they was like one of the lead in first place when Wentz was there. So kind of feel like was Darius Smith and them kind of would maybe pay up here. But let me just keep going through these defenses a little bit. Let's see. Like I said, Jaguars probably in play just because Carr only gets 2 touchdowns and stuff like that. Golly, man. Colts defense. Should I roll with the Colts? Playing against Mac Jones and them. Man, I don't know. They might get scored on though because they got that rookie out there. But let's see, Cardinals, Seahawks. That would be a late if I put the Cardinals in there. I got a late option in there. I think I'm gonna go. Let me see. Should I go with the Colts or pay up? So I'm gonna put the Vikings in for now, since I feel like that's one of the most safest bets probably. Just put the Vikings in there for now. Let's see what else we can get now. So at running back, my other running back here, I kind of want to pay up for Eckler. I think I want to pay up for Eckler. If not, I guess I'll go with Aaron Jones. I'll go with Aaron Jones. And then at receiver, okay, so what do we want to do at receiver this week? Let's see. Do we want to pay up for, man, who do I want? See who let's see who is giving up stuff for receivers. Oh yeah, we said Jefferson should be huge in play, man, for a 30-something fantasy game. If I pay for him, I'm gonna have to find some value though. Let me see. Okay, so if I say he's gonna go off, who can I get at value here? This week. Who's a great value play? Anybody here, down here? Robbie for late, man. How many targets did he have? I feel like, yeah, he had 3 targets, just didn't hit on none of them. And it's feel like one of them things where, like, they don't hit this week and they hit on the next week type of scenario. Man. Robbie, let's see. Should I take Robbie against Seahawks? Okay, let me see. I like Goodwin too. I didn't even think about that. Because he had 5 targets still. That might be the play, y'all. Just to have something late, like so far, because I don't got nothing late. Just value late there. Okay, so then we have 11. Okay, perfect. I like this price range. Let's see. So what do I like? You know what? I'm gonna take Dobbs. I'm gonna roll with Dobbs, y'all. So, because I know he's like 5,000 something. So Romeo Dobbs here puts me at 6,500 in the flex. Wow, Keenan Allen against Atlanta. Oh, woo! That's kind of nice. That was nice. Keenan Allen can be healthy enough, and get us through that whole game. We know what Moore did. We know what who else just played Atlanta the week before and went off on them? I can't remember. Oh, it was Chase, right? So Chase, Burrow. I mean, Chase and Burrow stack worked, of course, that week. Of course, PJ and Moore, like they did good. But yeah, Keenan Allen, man. If I know if he does play, he should get a mad load of targets, man. Like he just got it. I mean, he had a bye too. Probably the healthiest he's gonna be for the whole season. So hopefully I can hit on that. Plus, also what I would like about this too is that the first week he was $7,000, so I get a savings now of $500 for him, and also with no other really big weapon on their team to take away his targets now. No Mike Williams, so yeah, I actually love this lineup. It kind of came out really nice. Didn't know if it was gonna work out with the Trevor Lawrence stack here, but it worked out really nice here. So yeah, that's it, man, for this week, man. Week 9, man. I hope y'all enjoyed that, man. Hopefully we win this big money this week, y'all. Stay tuned for all the the top 5s in every position. We got the showdown first look, and of course the strategy later in the week. And then on Friday we're gonna have the strategy, full show with the best stacks and everything, best running back, stuff like that, to get y'all really ready to win this slate. And what else we got? Oh yeah, and then value plays on Saturday. It's your boy Jaystar, and I'm out. Peace.